Woman, 10. Hidden signs that a man likes you. Carl Jung reveals.
Discover the 10 hidden signs that a man truly likes you, and learn how to interpret the gestures, glances, and actions that often go unnoticed. In this captivating story, guided by the psychology of Carl Jung and other thinkers, you will see how the male unconscious reveals itself in small details, from the attention to the slightest gesture to the genuine curiosity about your life. With an intimate and reflective narrative, this video shows you how to recognize true interest, value your own magnetism, and strengthen your emotional confidence, transforming the way you understand relationships and emotional connections. The unconscious reveals itself not only in dreams, but in every gesture and detail of everyday life. Carl Jung. Have you ever wondered if he really likes you, even when his words seem neutral or even confusing? Often, signs of interest are not in direct statements, but in details that escape a superficial glance. Jung said, "Who looks outside, dreams. Who looks inside, awakens." And it is in this awakening that we begin to notice the hidden signs, subtle revelations of the male unconscious. The first sign is the look that reveals interest. He may not say a word, but the way he follows your gestures, how he meets your gaze, or how his eyes discreetly shine in your presence, gives away something his words try to hide. The unconscious reveals itself through this visual contact, and neuroscience explains that eye contact activates areas of the brain linked to reward and emotional memory, making you remain present in his mind even when you are apart. The second sign is attention to detail. He may remember something you mentioned in passing, notice a change in your mood, or pick up on small habits no one else observes. Jung teaches us that the unconscious reveals itself in subtle gestures. Each detail he registers is a way of building emotional connection. Bringing in Simone de Beauvoir, we recall, "One is not born, but rather becomes, a woman." Just as we construct our own perception and autonomy, he unconsciously builds small bridges of attention to show care and interest. These first signs show that male attraction does not depend solely on explicit declarations. It appears in the silence of the gaze and in the unnoticed attention, forming a subtle language, almost invisible, but full of meaning. Subtle expressions emerge naturally. The eyes reveal more than the mouth dares to say, or, in the details, we see who truly cares. Recognizing these signs is the first step to understanding the other hidden signs that complete the bigger picture of male attraction. By noticing his gaze and his attention to details, you begin to decipher what many women overlook. Real intention is in the invisible gestures and the small memories he keeps about you. The third hidden sign is physical closeness and subtle gestures. He may lean slightly toward you, touch your arm casually, or adjust something near you without even realizing it. Jung reminds us, the body speaks what the mind cannot yet say. Attraction often shows itself first through the body, before any words. These movements, even if discreet, reveal intention and interest, and your brain registers each nuance, creating emotional memories connected to his presence. The fourth sign appears in communication and frequent messages. Maybe he sends you little notes throughout the day, asks how you're doing, or makes subtle comments about things you mentioned. Freud observed, "Conscious acts are only the surface of what the unconscious seeks to reveal." Each message is a chance to keep the connection alive, even at a distance, and shows emotional care and attention. From a neuroscientific perspective, physical closeness and constant communication activate areas related to empathy, dopamine, and emotional memory. Each gesture and each message creates a sense of presence, reinforcing attraction and sparking curiosity. Subtle sayings reinforce this perception. Silent gestures say more than 1,000 words, or between the lines and the details he reveals his interest. These signs show that male attraction expresses itself unconsciously and consistently in subtle movements and small communication efforts. By recognizing these patterns, you begin to piece together the bigger picture of emotional connection, preparing the ground for the next signs that will be revealed in the following parts of the story. The fifth hidden sign is genuine interest in your well-being. He asks if you are getting enough rest, if you've eaten properly, or if you need help with something simple. Jung reminds us, where the unconscious expresses itself, we find clues about what truly matters to the human being. Each gesture of care, even small, reflects attention and consideration. It is not about obligation, but about authentic emotional interest. The sixth sign appears in the initiative and effort to be present. He looks for opportunities to meet you, even in subtle ways, or shows willingness to be part of moments. Is this conversation helpful so far? Important moments of your life. Schopenhauer said, "Desire manifests before reason, and attraction reveals itself in the details that consciousness does not control." Every attempt to be near you, even discreetly, is an unconscious manifestation of affection and priority. From a neuroscience perspective, acts of care and presence activate reward and empathy circuits in the brain, reinforcing emotional memories and creating a perception of emotional significance. Subtle expressions can emphasize this. Those who care always find ways to be present, or silent care and initiative speak louder than words. With these signs, it becomes clear that male attraction does not depend solely on explicit declarations, but on gestures that reveal attention and priority, often unconscious, yet full of meaning. Recognizing them is essential for correctly interpreting the remaining signs, which will be explored in the next parts of the story. The seventh hidden sign is making you a priority and remembering you. He recalls important details of your life, dates, events, or even preferences you mentioned casually. Jung reminds us, the unconscious manifests in small signs that escape awareness but reveal deep intentions. When he keeps you present in his thoughts and actions, he is showing genuine interest, even if he doesn't verbalize it. The eighth sign appears in subtle jealousy or protective behavior. He may quietly feel uneasy when others show interest in you or show concern for situations that could affect your safety or well-being. Aristotle observed, "Love reveals itself not only in the pleasure of companionship, but in the concern for the other's well-being." This care and quiet vigilance show that you hold a special place in his life, and his unconscious seeks to protect the emotional bond established. From a neuroscientific perspective, the constant memory of you and the concern for your well-being activate brain areas linked to empathy and social reward. These signs reinforce the sense of emotional significance and strengthen the bond between you, even if he doesn't express feelings directly. Subtle sayings reinforce the message. Those who remember you reveal your place in their heart, or silent care is proof of genuine attention. Noticing these signs helps you understand that male attraction reveals itself not only in active gestures, but also in the way he prioritizes you in his thoughts and actions. With signs 7 and 8, you begin to realize that male emotional attention shows itself in priority, memory, and protection, setting the stage for the final signs of the story that solidify the perception of true interest. The ninth sign is emotional investment and curiosity about your life. He wants to know more about you, your ideas, dreams, and fears, and shows sincere interest in truly understanding who you are. Jung said, "The encounter with another is, above all, an encounter with the unconscious reflected in them." When he is curious and engaged, he is investing emotionally, building a deep connection that goes beyond superficial interests. The 10th sign is revealed in vulnerability or intimate sharing. He allows himself to show his feelings, fears, and insecurities, trusting you in a special way. Schopenhauer reminds us, true affection is revealed when someone allows themselves to be vulnerable without fear of judgment. The ability to open up emotionally indicates that he feels safe and close to you, powerful signs of genuine interest. From a neuroscientific perspective, curiosity and intimate sharing activate systems of empathy and emotional bonding in the brain, releasing oxytocin and strengthening emotional memory between you. Each gesture of openness and each question about your life reinforces the sense of connection and closeness, creating a lasting emotional bond. Subtle sayings help emphasize this. Those who share their world reveal true interest, or silent vulnerability is the greatest sign of trust. With these last signs, you see that male attraction expresses itself consistently and deeply, not only in surface gestures but in attention, care, curiosity, and intimacy. These signs complete the picture of the 10 hidden signs that a man likes you, showing that interpreting male behavior requires sensitivity, observation, and an awareness of the unconscious that manifests in small but significant gestures. Now that you know the 10 hidden signs that a man likes you, it becomes clear that male attraction reveals itself in subtle, consistent, and often unconscious ways. From attentive glances and noticing details, through physical closeness, frequent communication, genuine interest in your well-being, and the effort to be present, to curiosity about your life and showing vulnerability. Each gesture reveals something profound about his feelings. Jung reminds us, the encounter with another is an encounter with the unconscious reflected in them. By learning to interpret these signs, you develop the sensitivity to perceive what is being expressed beyond words, creating a more authentic emotional connection. Reading these signs is not just an observation technique, but also a way of recognizing and valuing your own worth. Schopenhauer adds, "True affection manifests when there is safety and trust in the bond." Each sign reveals that he cares, respects your individuality, and is willing to invest emotionally in the relationship. Subtle sayings bring the narrative to a close. In gestures and details, the truth of interest is revealed, or, perceiving the unspoken is the path to understanding his heart. By interpreting these signs correctly, you not only gain a clearer understanding of male behavior, but also strengthen your own confidence and self-esteem, becoming more aware of your natural magnetism. The journey through the 10 hidden signs transforms the way you observe relationships. It's not about manipulation or obsessive interpretation, but about recognizing patterns, valuing yourself, and connecting in a genuine way. This knowledge allows you to live your relationships with greater clarity, security, and authenticity, appreciating each gesture and every detail that reveals his true interest.